All right, so this is going to be featured with Minerals' map. We have Kwark versus Darkysh. A rank prize show match. And we're waiting for Kwark.
I'm in.
All right, let's get the show started.
I think this was the first time either of us had played this map. It's quite an interesting one with the areas that we'd have any vision.
We have seen this before, right, Ox? This map, or is the first time?
You must have streamed it.
Yeah. I believe Body
It's an older
versus
version.
Striker, maybe.
It has been updated, yeah. If you were filling in for Body versus, did you say Striker?
I believe I can recall correctly.
Yeah, they did play on this. It's been revised a bit. I don't think the trees are featured anymore, and some small little issues have been changed. But it's in the STPL map contest.
So, Kwark, what is your name? Or you prefer
David.
to be called Kwark?
I'm happy with either.
What was your name? Sorry, I didn't hear.
David.
David. So, tell us about your strategy, because you are the specialist here. So I won't comment having A or S rank Protoss in the room. So please enlighten me with your knowledge.
I'm going to go for a Forge expand because I don't know how to Gateway expand. Because back when I used to play StarCraft, Gateway expand hadn't been invented yet. And anything that happened after 2010, I just don't know about. So Forge expand is the way to go. I'm probably going to try and end it quickly because with air control being as important as it is with the map, where nobody has any vision, I think I don't want to fight against Mutalisk. Looks like I'm going for a pylon to block his expansion. Don't know why I did that. Seemed like a good idea at the time. And I haven't placed a forge yet. I probably should do that because he's got a spawning pool, although the map looks quite long. Am I leaving that pylon? No. Okay, we're good. I don't know what's going on.
So when you go Forge expand, aren't you afraid of run-bys with Zerlings more than you see he's doing a gas? How you stop that, being the entrance so wide?
Optimism, I think. I don't have a... you can, I guess, pull some probes, keep an eye on how many links he makes and adapt, except I've lost my scout probe, so I can't do that. Yeah, this is a bad situation for the Protoss. I wouldn't recommend this position where he has a gas and you've lost your scout probe. It's not good. Protoss is going to have to make some extra cannons here and probably keep some probes in the choke, or he could just lose.
I understand that with 6 Zerlings you can break a cannon if you let him be.
6 Zerglings, yeah, you need 2 cannons for 6. So yeah, it looks like this Protoss is getting lucky that this Protoss me is getting lucky that Zerg isn't trying. He is sending out a second scout probe though, which makes sense because he's lost his scout probe and he should be terrified right now.
So is this strategy popular, doing like this fast layer, like 2 base?
I don't know. I don't normally see 2 base layer. I did delay his natural with my pylon for a bit, but I think this is a cheese. I think he's trying to do some kind of muta rush because of the blindside layout, and I'm doing badly. I'm losing a second scout probe. So this looks good for Zerg right now. He's Zerg kind of all in, but the all in has been hidden successfully. Got 14 drones only, but that is a very quick layer. And do we have link speed? Yes, it's on the way. So Zerg should be able to deny scouting until the mutants come out and then win. He has no economy. We'll see. Protoss only has 2 probes on gas. That is not ideal. That is going to slow down that Stargate, and he cannot afford to have that Stargate slowed down. Photos player's terrible.
So
He doesn't even know. He's just waiting for the Stargate.
But
Going, well, this gap is taking
you
forever.
imagine that he's doing a fast lair. So there are two ways this can go and roll. This lair can go like full lurker, link all in, or go for a fast muta, right?
Yeah. It looks like the Protoss isn't really thinking about it. He's got one Zealot and 1.5 cannons defending the choke, which, given the Zerg could have a speeding all in, is just not enough. So I would say that the Zerg could have ended this game by now, but the Protoss isn't being punished.
Okay.
Gone for 2 quick gases as well, which is unusual. He's cutting some probes. This is the build. Wait, why is Zerg building Sunkens?
Yeah,
this is weird.
He doesn't have a second extractor, so I don't know how many mutas he can build.
He's building 2. Okay, this build doesn't make very much sense. This is a 2-hat muta rush that isn't rushing the muta. He's got map control with Lings. He's got an overlord outside. He knows there's nothing attacking, and he's building a Sunken and not building the muta. It's just, this game should be over, and it's not. It's,
well, maybe he wants to kill your Corsair with the Scourge and rush your Nexus with.
Yeah, but Scourge have a faster build time. You would want to build the muta first, then do Scourge, and then have them show up at once. Okay, Protoss has 3 gateways and archives. This is going to be a Bisu build. And he has 1 Corsair only. Zerg has no drones at all. This is like a ZVZ build he's doing. That Sunken is hurting him a lot as well.
So
he's actually got no economy at all.
Do you decide to go, it is random, or because I seen some Protoss that try to push with a couple of Zealots, like 6, 7 Zealots. They do +1 or they rush Storm. I see you're doing like Corsairs and DTs. Why?
Yeah,
why?
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah, so
I know like 2 builds and neither of them are good. So this is what I do. I make some DTs.
Yeah.
And I think the real advantage of the DTs is that the enemy can't see them. So yeah, I try and make them for that reason. I feel like if you can make invisible units, you should. Oh, there goes. Oh, Corsair's still alive. Oh, well, I've lost my main base. Oh, this isn't good. But again, Zerg has no... I think I have more income for my natural by itself than Zerg has overall. He has absolutely crippled himself. And I don't know why. This is...
How many courses would it need to clean this? Or you need an Archon, right?
I mean, I'm just going to win now, I think, because Zerg doesn't have anything. So I would say that you don't need any Corsairs to win this game.
But he has a Sunken and... oh.
That's not good either. He's run the Lings into the base, but he knows I have DTs. This isn't gonna work, surely. Am I gonna make any DTs? I'm making Zealots. Making 1 DT in the gateway that isn't in the base. That's
that
he's down to
Nexus is
15
going down.
drones.
Oh.
He's down to 15 drones at this point. It doesn't make sense that he's destroying his own economy this hard. So I haven't watched this replay before, but if you look at it, he just doesn't have anything.
Yes, mute.
Like on 1 base, I have more than he has.
Well, the problem is that you need something to handle the mutas on the Corsair side dying like really fast. Maybe an Archon, or a Dark Archon to throw.
We'll see what I do. Oh, I've lost my Templar Archives. That's no good. However, his Mutalist is on the other side of the map, and he has just 1 Sun. Oh, I've got a DT in his base. Holy shit. That's gone well.
Oh, I haven't spotted that.
And I've got some DTs in his natural. And he has 12 drones. Still 12 drones.
Oh.
Oh, there go my DTs.
11 kill. So yeah, I will be guessing that you need an Archon or more Corsairs with +1.
he's got 12 drones. The game's over. But this is just weird because there was no reason for him to not build any drones. I didn't need a second base to win this one because he didn't have any drones. He's got 9. 8 drones. 7. If the other player doesn't make drones all game, then there's not much you really have to do to win.
I never saw someone doing so many DTs, to be honest. They only do like 1 or 2 to harass. I never saw like 7 DTs.
Well, they're invisible, so it's the best unit. You got to think these things through. You got to high level A rank. You make the invisible unit, and then it kills them. Oh, his drone got a DT.
Yeah, but he has 6.
Yeah. This is just a really weird build that he did. Honestly, I don't understand it. He should have been able to win this. It's I can't explain why he went 2-hat spire into.
Oh, maybe in ladder you run versus some opponents that did this to you, so you have experience dealing with it. I don't know. That's why I ask. I don't play Protoss, so.
This is, I think, just a very strange game that's happened here. This is.
I'm used to
just blindside.
I'm used to watch True Touch play where he does like this fast expansion, pull, gas, and a third right away, and a fast layer into Spire with 4 Scourges, and then mass Hydralisk, and I'm not used to this kind of play. So GG, nicely done.
Round 1 goes to Kwark.
It was a very strange game.
I must end the game saying Proto Simba.
Don't give Pato too much information about your builds, your strategies, because he's just trying to gather intelligence for his own use.
Yeah.
When he's playing ladder.
He can watch my games as much as he likes. He will gather no intelligence. None to be found.
Because it's random and chaotic, I think. And there's an advantage to doing things like that.
Well, yeah. Yeah, we were talking about you yesterday, where I found a skill about your tailor-made style. So it was. I find it how because I watch your stream once, and you seem very humble, and you see very you acknowledge your limitations. So that's that gotta be a skill, because you play your own way, not the way Koreans or pro gamer
Kwark, that's
play.
a much better way of like describing your strategy than saying it's cheese. I'm sorry to cut you off, Pato.
No, it's okay.
Well, I mean, this game wasn't cheese. I think the pylon at this natural might have screwed with his build a bit, but it was just a weird game. He took 100 gas, didn't get link speed, didn't get lair. Eventually took his natural, sent a drone to his third, changed his mind, brought it back. Went for lair, made some lings, did nothing with the lings. Stayed on 2-hat, didn't take a second gas, and then rushed out some Scourge. It was just, I didn't understand.
Well, I think that build order was a cheese from his end, I believe. But,
I mean, I don't know. I mean, stuff like the sunken he made when he had an overlord outside my base, and I did a late gateway forge expand. It just, I wasn't understanding the decisions that were being made, and I think he really hurt himself in terms of his drone count. But
so
I don't think I could have won that
if
game.
you knew that he was going to do that, you would done the same, or would you change something?
If I knew he was going for 2-hat Spire, I would have made cannons, and I probably wouldn't have done 2 probes on gas late Stargate, which was terrible.
Okay.
But it is what it is.
So here we see a different game. I'm thinking about 2-gate proxy.
Yep, it's going to be a proxy 9-9. Because you never do 1 gate against Zerg. It's just because of the 2-player map, and because...
So nowadays, Zergs tend to do a pull first. That is better, or do you I don't know if that's But I think it's dangerous, right?
If it's a 12 hat 11 pool, you can and you get the gateways this close, you can just kill it. If it's a 12 hat 11 pool, but it's like Silphid or Fighting Spirit where the gates are in the middle, then they can normally get the hatch up, and then these having 2 hatcheries gives them enough link production to hold it. Overpool is kind of interesting because they only have the 1 hatchery, but they can make the drones, make the lings early enough that they have enough. That hatchery is misplaced. That's not where the hatchery goes.
Obi's gonna spot it. Nope, the Obi just stops there.
Yeah.
But
so this situation here is kind of even. It can go either way because he's got 6 lings coming, and he's got the second hatchery on the way. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
So he did make 6 links, so that's kind of strange. Oh, that pylon.
Yeah, I think I was going for a battery here, maybe. Either or just I had the probe selected. I needed a pylon, so I made it there because that was the probe I had. Sometimes I will make the probe wherever it is I'm looking. Oh, got a drone, and he only had 10 drones, so that's actually kind of a big deal. I think I'm going to lose the battery. Yeah, battery's gone. He has pulled 4 of his 9 drones off of the minerals. I think that's a mistake. I think he probably can actually, if he just keeps making lings, and I'm not going to kill the hatchery in time, is the thing. If I have my zealots walking around in circles and he has his lings running around in circles, he's not going to lose the hatchery before he has enough lings to hold it. So I think putting the drones wasn't what he wanted to do. He needed the mining, and then he needed one of them ready to place on a second. Because once the second hatch is online, he's got enough unit production that he can hold. Like at this point, this zealot hack shouldn't actually work.
Nicely microed, hasn't lost any zealots. 3 are really low health.
There goes second one. But I think the issue is now he's only got 6 drones left.
But you got 10 probes, so...
As long as the Protoss keeps making zealots, the Zerg has to keep making lings, and
right.
The equilibrium will slowly go in the favor of the Protoss because as zealots reach a critical mass, lings are less effective at fighting them. You can't get the angles on them.
And you're rebuilding back in your base.
Yeah, apparently I'm making a 3rd gateway. I don't know why. I don't need a 3rd gateway. I do not like that 3rd hatchery there. He's
maybe a cannon, a forge.
Oh shit, am I going to cannon rush? He's got 2 lava in his main. He's got lava is natural that he wasn't using.
Oh. Well, one zealot will prevail. These starlings.
Yeah, it's actually smart making it back in the base. So that's the fear, right? That they just jump out and head to your base?
Yeah. I guess that was why I'm doing it. But yeah, the drone count is really what's hurting him here, because if you look, he's still making the lings. He doesn't have the drones to make a gas and put 3 drones on it. He's got 7. The damage was done right at the start when he pulled his drones to his natural and tried to fight the zealots with them. He didn't need to do that. I would have done a lot of damage to the hatchery, but I wouldn't have killed it. He can just leave the zealots attacking the hatchery for a few seconds. It's not going to set him back.
Why do you make a second cannon there? A second pylon? You're going to make cannons?
I think I might be planning to cannon rush his hatchery. That seems like the kind of thing I would do. Yeah, I've got a forge in my main. That's what's happening here. Okay, yeah, this is certainly something. I don't know that this is good, but it's happening either way. And he's still making lings. He's got nothing but lings, and they're slow lings. So as long as I keep up my zealot production, there's really not much that he can do about it.
Sunkens outrange the cannons, right?
They've got the same.
The same.
Although Sunkens are better with the bug where the Sunken's attacking something, and then if a cannon attacks a nearby building while the Sunken animation is happening, the Sunken can get infinite range. I don't know if you're familiar with that bug, but...
no, I'm not.
It's the thing.
Sorry.
The animation gets like redirected. The sunken, like whatever it's called, the tendril goes down, and then a cannon hits something, and then the tendril gets redirected and goes into the cannon. Zerg did a counterattack there, but Mike could, I think, less well than they could have, and lost them all trying to kill a zealot. They killed the zealot, but probes surrounded it and killed all the links. And at this point, he's got 6 drones. I mean, it's been over since the start when he made that mistake with the drones, I think. Oh, he's droning now. He's up to 8. He's changing his mind. But the damage is already done. Can't stay on 6 drones for, what, 5+ minutes and then try and recover. Even if you do a 5 pull, you have more drones than this by this point. Kind of unfortunate, really, that that one mistake early, losing the drones, did so much damage.
Whoa. These are quick games.
So is this Discord? You could do something like that in your show match?
I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off that easily.
It was mostly the Zerg doing mistakes independent of the Protoss that was the issue on these games. If you do a proxy 9-9 and they take all their workers and move them to where your zealots are, then it's easier to win. Whereas if the drones keep mining and then they use the minerals to make Zerglings, that makes it a lot harder to win. Normally you have to try and find the workers and kill them. If the workers
How do you know where to put your proxy?
You send out the probe at a time that feels right, and then when you have 100 minerals, then it's time to place your proxy. I think both of these games have just been luck so far. The 2 hat spire into not going for 6 mutalisks, and the bad response to the proxy 9-9. Neither of those were within the control of the Protoss. Yeah, you see, Kwark knows what's up.
So let's see what you got prepared for this game, since neither of the first 2 games were any common at all. So, but to be honest, the first one was because Darkysh did a very strange build order.
And even then, it would have worked had the DT not got in. He did take out the cannon in my main base, then kill the Nexus and so forth. It's just one DT got into his base and killed everything. But this looked like it's just going to be a standard fast expansion so far. And Darkysh is going for an early scout. I guess I scared him with the proxy 9-9 last game. He's going to see my probe, so he's going to know that it's not a... Oh, he's doing 12 hat 11 pull. Okay. I don't like this on 1v1 maps, personally, because I think... never mind, that's a 12 hat. It's a 12 pull. I have ideas on the 12 pull. I think it's a terrible build, because the Protoss can still get their Nexus down really early. They're not feeling pressured at all. They don't need to rush a cannon before Nexus. They can go gateway after Nexus. It's just the 12 pull doesn't do anything for you. They should always do overpool, or they should do 12 hat 11 pool. And if it's a 2-player map, they shouldn't ever do 12 hat 11 pool because you get your hatchery blocked, and then you have to do 12 pool anyway. Like, if the Zerg gets away with 12 hat 11 pool, they're ahead, but they shouldn't ever try it because it's. I mean, look at this. He doesn't have a hatchery. This build just isn't working. My Nexus is down before his hatchery. He's making lings, but the lings aren't going to do anything. There's a reason that people don't do this build, and what you're watching is the reason. This is it. Oh, pylon block. This Photos is just awful. He's such a dick. He doesn't even need to cannon now, because when the lings come out, the lings have to kill the pylon. He's up on probes. His Nexus is halfway done before the hatchery started. And yeah, the Zerg has to kill the pylon. He's got 3 drones over here not mining. This is a nightmare situation for the Zerg. You never want to be in this position, because all of your production is all coming from the one building, the hatchery, and if you can't get more hatcheries down, then you are so limited. Looks like we're doing a 1-hat Spire Rush. Certainly something. But you'll notice that when the scout probe died, a second scout probe was sent out and hidden on the map. The reason it's down there is so it doesn't run into any stray overlords, because it's going to reveal itself at a later time and try and get some scouting info. Protoss is so ahead at this point that they basically can't lose except to a all-in. So the question is, which all-in are we facing?
So maybe you suspect like a 2 hatchery lair, for example, since
or Hydra or Speedling. Just I need to know where I'm at, basically, or he could just be going master and recovery. However, scouting that there's no natural, that's pretty huge, because now I know that there's basically only 2 things it could be. It could be a Speedling all in. If you look at my natural, I'm putting all the probes to block it. It could be, or it could be like Muta.
I would think if I wouldn't know Darkysh, I would gamble for a lurker drop or something like that.
Yeah,
I would never expect 1 hatch Muta.
That's in the range, but it doesn't hit as fast as the thing. Lurker drop you do need to be thinking about, but you wouldn't go for a 1-hat lurker drop because you don't have the production capacity to actually make the lurkers, I think. It's a weird situation. But my read on it looks to be that I need a Stargate, I need cannons at the front, cannons in the main, and I don't really need any minerals because he's only got the 1 base mining, so I don't need to do anything but match him. So I can pull the probes. And that read seems to be correct. Yeah, I'm just adding cannons at the front. Once the Stargate comes out, I can make a Corsair and I can find out where I'm actually at. But until then, the priority is just to not die. Doing 2 Mutas and a Scourge again on 1 hat. I don't like this tool. Look at his minerals. His minerals are so high because he was only on 1 hatch. And if you only had the 1 hatch, then there's you just can't spend the money. But he was delayed so badly. This shield battery is against a Muta all-in. So what you do is if you think they're going for a Muta all-in, then you just need something to keep a Dragoon or a Corsair or anything alive for just a few seconds longer, and that is the shield battery. Although this Corsair dying is going to be terrible. Is it going to happen? No.
Do the shield batteries automatically heal the?
No, you have to right click on it.
Cannons?
You can't heal photon cannons at all. Okay, so now I've seen the Scourge, I know where I'm at. This is 2 base Sarah against 2 base Muta, and I've got an economy and he doesn't, so it should be impossible to lose. Although this replay seems to have gone for quite a while. I'm getting +1 air, that's correct. He's not getting any upgrades on the Spire. One issue here is that Protoss is just sitting in his base doing nothing at all to scout because he's playing so scared. whereas looks like Darkysh is actually making some drones. But with Corsairs, it's difficult because you want to send them out to scout, but if you think that they're going to go all in with Scourge, you also need to make 6 of them before you do anything. So that's what's happening here. He's got 4. Look, he's going to make 2 more, get the +1, then he's going to use them.
I don't think I have one.
And it looks like Zerg transitioning to Hydra. 2 base with 18 drones is not going to be enough economy. The Hydra doesn't do anything. And a 3rd cannon going down in the Protoss main. Protoss really does not want to lose. This is 1 gateway, 7 cannons. Yeah, Protoss is over-defending this. Or Zerg's droning. This is actually getting Zerg back into the game. There was no need to make anywhere near this amount of defense, but...
Well, to be honest, it's 2 base versus 2 base. I think you have an advantage.
Yeah, the Protoss still has a basically unlosable advantage, but at the same time, if you look at what Zerg's doing, it's macro play at this point. It's recovery play. He's using the threat of Mutilisks to keep the Protoss back, but there's not actually any Mutalisk coming. There's no units being made. It's pure defensive. And because the Protoss has no gateways, he can't punish it. This 9 Lings has contained him forever. Okay, Protoss is finally out on the map. He's going to see what's going on. He's going to find out where he is at. About to finish, and he has 6 Corsairs, so that should be fine. Getting some Overlords, but losing a Corsair immediately. That's not good. You shouldn't be losing Corsairs. And the Mutalisks are coming back in. And apparently there were no cannons actually covering the mineral line at the natural. This is terrible for Protoss. He's actually taking quite a lot of damage here. His Corsairs are very far away. That's what, 4 probes dead. 5. 6. 7. Protoss taking a shit ton of damage there, with Zerg going up to 3 base, 3 gas. He's getting back in this. It looks like drops coming as well. Protoss still only on 3 gateways too. And that's a nice split by the Mutalisks. I don't know that Protoss is still as far ahead as he would like to be. Look at the supply count. He's up by, what, 9 workers? That's not that many.
Right.
Both pretty low on workers. And Zerg has another base coming. Yeah, he just made a huge wave of drones. Look at that. Yeah, Protoss fucked this up.
I like how you put yourself in the 3rd person.
Yeah. Well, I haven't watched this replay before, but yeah, it looks like I needed to make some gateways and way fewer cannons, and actually send out a Corsair to see where I was at, rather than just assuming I was so far ahead I couldn't lose.
You didn't have intelligence, right? I think you were just trying to be as safe as possible.
Yeah, I figured that I was so far ahead that all I need to do is not die, but I wasn't quite so far ahead. That DT getting in is pretty good though.
Got a few Overlords.
Yeah, this is going to be an Overlord massacre over here. That's really good for me.
Attacking the
And
spot.
yeah, but I'm throwing away the Corsairs now though.
Look how fast the Spire goes down, Peto. Gotta love DTs. Is he gonna get it? Yeah.
They're pretty good units.
He's gonna get it. He was about 2 or 3 seconds too late.
So he should throw GG anytime.
I'm not sure if he was gonna use that Spire anymore.
Hopefully he won't, because I've lost all my Corsairs. So.
Yeah, but you're building up a ground army. You got your gateways.
Kind of. Yeah, I've got a forge that's not spinning. I've got some gateways.
Range.
He's got 1400 gas. Holy shit.
Yeah.
And he's still got his Mutalisks.
It's nice, right? You can make a bunch of lurkers and contain the person.
He's adding, what, 3 more hatcheries? If he's on 6 hat, I think he might actually be in decent shape here. Also, this layout of the map, it is very drop friendly. You look at it, Zerg can drop your main from basically anywhere. Whereas the defender has to go all the way around, go right, up, left, just to get from out of the map back to the main.
Bunch of lurks being made. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, Proto's ready for this. Observer's already coming out.
Is he gonna lose these lurkers here? Oh, nope. Oh, that's big. He took out a Templar.
That is a lot of lurkers, actually. Holy shit.
Yeah,
oh, now goes the High Templar. Well, that's unfortunate.
He didn't send the rest of his units there. He has quite a few links back at home and a few Hydras.
Oh, the Observer overran the lurkers. The Observer's on the other side of the fight. Okay, we've got a second one now. It's fine. Okay, so it looks like Protoss held just about, but he could do with a few more gateways, really. He's on, what, 6 gateways? He could use 8. 8 would be good here. And the Observer's still not in the right place. And only the 1 High Templar, because the 2 High Templar died like to nothing. Without casting Storm. Oh, that's a good Storm.
He's sending these lurkers in undefended. So they're just being taken out, which is good. He's lost way too many lurkers, though.
Yeah. It's he had that giant bank of gas, and he's basically burned it and not gotten what he wanted out of it. Also, he needs to Maynard drone from his second to his third. He's got no drones at his third, and he's got a big oversaturation in his natural. There's things here that could be improved. Because I don't know about this mass goon. Protoss really does need some High Templar here. And he doesn't have any. This is just trying to beat Hydra Lurker with goons, and that's not a fight you can really take. I mean, Protoss is trying it, but I wouldn't recommend it. Oh, that's not the right kind of Templar. I mean, it will help, but it's not. He wanted the ones that control the weather, not the ones that are invisible.
It's awful. It would have been great if he dropped you. Take you a little while to go back, right? There's just that little gap.
Why is Zerg sending all the overlords back as soon as the High Templar or Dark Templar started attacking? Seemed a little strange.
Yeah, I don't know about this, but now the third base is kicking in, and the Protoss actually has enough gateways. As our chat has pointed out, the economy is kicking in. And there's still no drones at the third for the Zerg. So it looks like the Protoss is very ahead here, even if he's spamming cannons. I don't know that 5 cannons at the third is necessarily the right play, but it's happening either way. Oh, Zerg's going for a drop. That is a lot of lurkers. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Like, having that scene is really unfortunate.
Well, they finished spawning. Is he going to borrow them? Because he has ramp advantage. Yeah, probably the best thing to do. Borrow the rest. Why aren't you borrowing? Too late there.
Yeah, the Zealots got on top of them before they borrowed.
Yeah, he could have done a lot of damage there because
Yeah.
you got a lot of Zealots there.
Well, just that he could have taken out so much of the main. It's not even about the number of units, it's just that the main was exposed, and the robo there with the observatories there. If you do a lurker hydra drop on the main like that, you can do damage that the Protoss can't recover from.
So it's a surprise he's still in this because we've just seen him throw away small batches of units.
Yeah, well, Protoss is mined out in his main now, which is gonna force him to take another base. Zerg could come back, especially given drop, but it's going to be tricky because the Protoss army is too strong at this point. Zerg can't fight it. If you look at the upgrades, the upgrade difference, Protoss has 2-1, Zerg has 0-0. Like, that's a very tough difference to get back from.
And you want to take an expansion that has Geyser, obviously, and not one with just minerals.
I mean, it doesn't make a huge difference at this point. I don't know why I went for the one I went for.
Thank you.
Zerg's going for Doom Drop.
Darkysh hasn't been mining any gas out of his third.
Well, he hasn't been barely been mining any minerals out of his third either. His drone allocation just hasn't been what he wanted. But the Protoss is really out of position here. If you look at where his army is relative to where it needs it to be, he needs something in his main. And I suspect what's going to happen is he's going to get pulled back into his main, and then the Hydras are going to do a bunch of damage on the map.
2 upgrades, man. Zerg doesn't have any.
Yeah. And once you're at this situation with the upgrades, it's very difficult to lose. Oh, and it looks like Protoss doesn't have the High Templar energy upgrade, so these Templars that just spawned have 50 energy, and they will not be any use for quite a while. So he's going to have to clean out his main, but it's going to be tricky. Oh, the Hydra is killing all the probes. That's not good. Supply difference is down to 30. And the Protoss has too many Dragoons as well. You do not want this many Dragoons. You need more High Templar than this. He doesn't have them.
What's wrong with stacking Dragoons?
They cost gas, and if you don't have the High Templar to go with them, then you end up fighting Hydra with Dragoons, and Hydra are better than Dragoons. It's just not a good trade. The High Templar has 73 energy and it's dead. That one there, dead. In terms of just cost and damage output, Hydralisks are just way more DPS per mineral than Dragoons are. Now, Dragoons are great because they can shoot at the Hydralisk while the Zealots do the buffer. But you do need the Zealots to do the buffer, and you do need some High Templar to kill everything from behind. If you just have the Dragoons, then it doesn't work. And in this case, yeah, it was just too many Dragoons, not enough High Templar. And the High Templar that were there were on not enough energy to do anything. And now he's sitting at the bottom of the ramp. That's just not where he wants to be.
I like how you engage in self-criticism when you watch your replays.
But it's just the positioning isn't ideal.
Those storms were great, actually.
Yeah, but why would the Protoss not be on top of the ramp, firing down the hill, rather than at the bottom of the ramp, firing up the hill?
It's kind of a weird ramp, right? There's very little platform space, and then it's just another ramp going downwards. They're kind of unique to maps, I think. Something that Minerals was trying to aim for.
With +2 armor at this point, the Needle Spines do 10 minus 3 is 7, 3.5 damage a hit, which is basically nothing.
He's getting a nice flank here. More at top.
Yeah.
Hydras at the bottom dying out.
Again, this comes down to unit comp. The cannons aren't what are needed. What are needed are just more gateways and Zealots and High Templar. The Protoss isn't making the right things. Because Hydra can't kill Zealots at this point. And like these Lings are going to do nothing. If you take a look at the Ling, it starts with 5 damage. Take away 3 from that, it gets it down to 2 damage a hit. You can't play like that.
I didn't notice Zerg didn't have any upgrades at all.
Yeah, that's the only reason that the Protoss army is doing as well as it is.
Yeah.
It's the wrong unit comp. If you had the wrong unit comp and 2 forges, you can kind of make it work. And this is it's a heroic effort by the Zerg. But it's not going to be enough.
Zerg might actually be in a good position if he had upgrades, to be honest. See, 21 minutes and cracklings is definitely needed at the point. Which myself personally, I struggle with Hive Tech but Cracklings is, oh man,
3-0. Kwark. I want to give you a big shout out, man, because you've donated every single Showmatch prize that you've won, which still being saved for you if you ever want to collect them.
That's fine.
That's really great. So that money is going towards other Showmatch winners.